I hope that everyone is still with me. This is segment 2 of our teaching about Beshalach, and the Song of the Sea. And we were talking about the Israelites leaving a shattered Egypt, and people had witnessed all of these strange things, miracles, good things, difficult things. Now they were beginning to connect who they were with all that had come before and with God. The people were beginning to make connections. They had stories. Who knows? Maybe they didn't know. Maybe they were just legends. Stories of those who had come to be called the patriarchs and the matriarchs. Moses had told them his understanding of what happened at the burning bush. And they had garbled, incomplete reports of what happened when Moses and Aaron went before Pharaoh when there were things that were called miracles. They don't know, but they confronted Pharaoh in the name of God that they knew. They were beginning to make connections. Ze Eli, this is my God. The same redeeming force that their forebears had talked about was now becoming an active presence in their own lives. They made connections, and they lifted up their voices in song. Ze Eli. There is a force in life that yearns for freedom, for justice, for reconciliation, for peace. There is a force in life that sees all people, every one of us, as children of God, as images of God. There is a force in life that somehow was prepared to gift the former slaves with Torah, with peoplehood, and with the land of their own. They made the connections, and then they embraced God as their own, not with theologies. Ze Eli, this God is my God. This God is the God of my ancestors, one eternal God. They made connections, and that's how they knew. Theologies have been woven for many thousands of years. Theologians have tried to explain to us through diligent text analysis and through intricate acts of intellectual genius that however we define the term, there is a God. Theologies, at the end of the day, convince very few, because theologies are refuted or challenged each and every time that they were offered as it was, so it is, and so it will always be. The Israelites at the sea didn't ponder theologies. They just made connections. They remembered their history. They remembered the stories of those who had come before them. They remembered the beauties of nature and the joy of bringing new lives into their families. They remembered how they found strength to overcome pain and loss. They remembered how they continued living when life itself seemed so very dark. They remembered, and then they made connections. They made connections, and then they sang out, Ze Eli. This is my God. I will glorify God. This is going to be a beautiful week. Feed the birds. Fight for social justice. Fight with Apple. Celebrate the magnificence of nature. And start making connections. See you next week. Pray for me. Shabbat Shalom.